Super Mario Bros. Is a game that truly needs no introduction. Its popularity, influence, and overall success are undeniable. So it would make sense that Nintendo treats its milestone anniversaries as major events. On the 35th anniversary of its original release, Super Mario Bros. 35 was announced as a limited-time playable game through Nintendo Switch Online. From the looks of it, it was what happened when Super Mario Bros. Met Tetris 99. I'm Frankenroc. Let's play. From the first few seconds, the game feels like the normal Super Mario Bros. Experience. But then the Battle Royale aspect comes in when copies of enemies defeated by other players start appearing on your screen. They look and act just the same as they normally would, but have a bluish haze to let you know they came from another player. Enemies you defeat are also sent to other players, and you're able to send them based on 4 different criteria, such as least remaining time or most coins. Even then, you still can move the target to another specific player. However, no names appear on that screen, so it's not like you know exactly who you're sending it to. As you progress, you collect coins like you normally would, and the 1-up mushroom are actually 20 coins. 20 coins allows you to use the item roulette, which will reward you with one of 4 random power-ups. You also have to keep an eye on the time. You increase time by defeating enemies and clearing stages. Enemies defeated in chains or jumping higher on the flagpole will get you a few bonus seconds, which certainly add up. After a while, it's down to just a few players when enemies are flooding the screen, the clock is running faster, and the whole thing is just a race to see who survives longest. It's chaotic in the best way possible. There's even an Easter egg once you reach a certain level, which allows you to play as Luigi when you hold down the L button during the match loading screen. You have a say in which levels are played, as before each match you choose which level you wish to have in the pool, or you can have the game select one for you. However, when first starting the game, your options are limited, and usually you only have the earlier level selectable. World 1-1 is without a doubt the most played level in this game, and that's usually because a lot of folks don't bother to change it. Some do, but you will become very familiar with World 1-1. As a half joke, I put up a counter on my stream to tally how many times I had entered World 1-1 in a single night. It's not that World 1-1 is bad, it's just sometimes you crave a little variety. It's not a deal breaker, but it's something that could be remedied. You'll become very familiar with the early levels and eventually the later ones. You will know the layout of everything very well, and the only variable will be the number and types of enemies on screen, which will be true of any game if no new content is added. Sure, it's World 1-1, but that level takes on a new meaning when you have 5 Bowsers or 6 Lakitus throwing Spinies at you. Some games you'll win, some you'll lose. Sometimes you'll run out of time, sometimes you may win at literally the last second. I've even met a new friend who happened to be streaming the game, and a mutual friend introduced us. It was down to just the 2 of us, and he won, and I was always curious at how close of a game it was. Turns out he had quite the lead on me, but I look forward to a rematch. But there's no way to guarantee you'll face specific players. There's no friend list or any other mechanic in the game that will guarantee you will be in the same game with a certain friend or perhaps frenemy. Nor is there any kind of local option to do so, either competitively or cooperatively. As far as I've discovered, the best you can do is to try to sync up when you start the game, and you might get in on the same round. It's worked a few times, but hasn't in others. The game has a limited shelf life. As of this video's release, it will not be available to play after March 31st, 2021. So if you want to play it, download it now. It makes me wonder if Nintendo will use that server space to do the same thing with other franchises on their upcoming milestone anniversaries. I mean, hey, a guy can dream, right? Despite its setbacks, it's still a fun spin on an old classic, and you can't get much more classic than Super Mario Bros. Thank you for watching.